So, you want to hear my conspiracy theory on the two shooters? Yes. Yes, you do. So, the latest potential assassin was said to have written a book in which he said that Iran should assassinate Trump, and that if Iran didn't do it, somebody in this country should step up and do it. Now, what are the odds that he would pick Iran should assassinate him when Iran wanted to assassinate him? But you know what Iran can't do? Iran definitely can't send an Iranian assassin. If an Iranian assassin kills Trump, all hell is going to break loose. But if some crazy American became suddenly influenced by a power that was very impressed with his style, and they built up his ego because he was a little crazy, they might have even promised him money to, let's say, his heirs, because he was ready to die. He clearly didn't care about living. But they might have said, tell you what, you take care of this business, we'll make sure your son gets a nice check. Now, what about the first guy? Well, the guy on the roof apparently was conversing with entities overseas, and we don't know who that is. Now, put it all together, what would be something that our intelligence people or FBI could know that they would definitely not tell us yet? That it's Iran. Because if they tell us it's Iran, they're going to have to act. And do you think that Biden wants to go to war with Iran over, wait for it, an attempted assassination on Trump? He's not going to want to. He's not going to want to put his presidency, basically on a war footing. His last few months of beach time, when he can avoid it. So I think that the people who investigate already know that Iran is behind both of them, and all they're doing is finding patsies that they can activate. How hard would it have been to find him? Apparently not hard, because he wrote a book saying that Iran should assassinate Trump. So probably that was enough to connect somebody in Iran with somebody who could make it happen. To me, that makes a lot more sense than the Democrats hiring somebody to kill him or something. I don't think they did that. But would the Democrats have been incompetent and or not cared enough to be competent? It appears to be that they didn't put a super big effort into protecting him. And then you add to that the Iranians were trying to kill him. Just think about that. That the government, the FBI said they knew the Iranians were trying to kill him, and he was still underprotected. Does that seem like a total accident? There's nothing you could prosecute because it looks identical to just being bad at your job, which is ordinary. So that's my take. My take is that there was at least an unmotivated attempt to protect Trump. So at least they weren't motivated to do it right. So that's on them. It's different from intending to kill him. It's more like not caring enough, not trying hard enough, consistent with what your job would require. And then on top of that, I think it would be a weird coincidence if Iran said they want to kill him and they're not going to use an Iranian agent to do it. So what would it look like? It would look like this. I mean, if we live in a world where Israel can blow up the pagers of 4,000 people in Hezbollah, which apparently just happened, then it's certainly not beyond anybody's highly capable intelligence people, and Iran has one of the better intelligence outfits, to activate a couple of nuts. Now, it also suggests they're not the only ones. Because what are the odds that they were only working on exactly 2 people and both of them got a gun and tried to do something? Do you think that's likely? It seems far more likely they're working with 20 and 2 of them activated. Because it's hard to get somebody to actually load the gun and walk in that direction. That's hard. So you would have to try a bunch of different people with different contacts that they might not even know are Iranian. And you'd have to work on them for a long time. And then as the election got closer, everybody would be more, primed. So this would be the time to say, all right, and not only would you be a hero, if you get away, you can live, the life of a hero in our country. If you die, we'll make sure your heirs get $1 million. And then he's like, well, I got to do something to make my life worthwhile, and my son will at least make $1 million. So probably if they're a little bit whacked, it doesn't take a big fake because to get them to act. That's what I think.